Frank Watson is a legendary man for education technology folks in Vermont. He was seminal in creating something called the Vermont Institute of Science, Math, and Technology. He was one who brought probably the first one-to-one program to Vermont way back, what was that, in the 1990s, right? When Apple had a program that he brought here. And he's been a supporter and an advocate, a lobbyist, all those things for education technology through the years. He is in retirement and lives in Jericho. I think he used to go to Florida once in a while, but he's come to Vermont a couple times, Vermont Fest a couple times in the last couple of years. So I'm gonna try to keep this a little mystery, but I know I'm gonna blow it halfway through it. So, but I'll do my best. Anyway, so I'm really pleased to be here today to present this award to someone that has actually given the award to many people. I consider him a good friend. He's a dedicated colleague. He's a great advocate for education technology and educators in Vermont. I met this man in 2003 when I first came to Vermont. I was working actually for Vermont Institute, so I just mentioned that Frank Watson started up in Montpelier. At the time, he was working with the Vital Learning Organization as the treasurer. And they actually had an office at that time, which is, wow, that's a long time ago, right? And our paths used to cross frequently, and the Institute's always. Over the years, I watched as he has led this organization as a treasurer, board chair, and lately as the executive director. Okay, so that gave him. Always he puts the organization first and clearly has seen how his existence and well-being has meant much to many in this room and throughout the state. I want to tell you a little about his background. He arrived in Vermont around 1976 after attending Cornell University in his hometown of Ithaca, New York. He was part of the class of 1975, landed a teaching position in Vermont at CVU in 1977, so he's been a long-time Vermonter. Taught science, and in 1978 became a physics teacher, which he continued through the 90s, which we know he delivered in a quality manner because often when I visit his office, he has a picture of him and Barbara Bush for the Presidential Award in Physics, teaching physics that he took in I believe that was 1998. During this time, he served as a visiting scholar with the Air Force Academy, where that really piqued his interest to the technology side of things. These were all anecdotes from his wife. He took the track that many of us have taken, getting interested in technology piece around that visit with the Air Force Academy, and then slowly becoming immersed in less maybe the physics side of things and more with the technology side. Eventually in 2000, he moved his role and became the tech director in Burlington. We all have known this man more or less through this work up until he retired from it last year. As tech director, and in being true to this man, his work expanded in the last few years to include what I call duties as assigned. He was the tech director and the property manager. He was the interim assistant superintendent and the tech director. He was the co-superintendent and the tech director, and I think we know how often it works in school districts. Always while he was doing this, he was also very much still involved with Vital Learn, raising a family, and also volunteering for his local fire department, and providing many more ways that educators can work in the education technology field. His role in Vital Learn, he has served a long time in Vital Learn, as I mentioned, meeting him first in 2003 when he was a treasurer. The organization we know so well. He has guided through some rough times, helped to build opportunities for the organization and for educators at other times. He's expanded programs, worked to make the conferences great, which we all know, and led the board in a variety of capacities. He's transitioning now, and maybe even struggling with it a bit. As I think people do when they're as busy as he has been. And I'd like to pass on, just as he thinks about this transition, I want to tell him how much we appreciate his dedication, his expertise, his level-headed way of approaching things. I also want to urge him to take out that aqua cat more, play a little more piano, work on his camp over in the Adirondacks so he keeps feeding himself with those things that are less work-related and more soul-nourishing, and have an occasional beer with me. Anyways, I think I can speak for us all when I say thank you, Paul Irish. He is a man most deserving of the Frank Watson Outstanding Technology Educator Award. Congratulations, Paul.